Yeah. Now this is something I never see. They added a yogurt shop called the Ferris wheel here and everything. Now I think about it, I like the pink and rainbows and everything. For some reason that looks pretty cool to me and everything. Because pink is not just for girls, just so y'all know. After 2 years of inactivity, the 2022 Parade of Trains is finally back, and I wanted to go for my first time. So join me while I am on this vlog, and if you want to see some of the additional trips that I took on this day, be sure to become a Patreon member as well. But don't worry, this vlog is not my only video on YouTube about the Parade of Trains. Late in August, the Transit Museum first announced this particular event that was happening on September 17th and 18th of 2022. And when they first posted this on Twitter and on Instagram, I simply retweeted saying, quote, "I'm going." And one way or another, I was going to get there. And I got sad because at the beginning of the month I had COVID, but thankfully I was able to overcome it to be able to take this trip. So I initially said that my goal was to just simply board at Kings Highway and then just head down to Brighton Beach and then back and then take the Q train, the shuttle 4 and the ferry back home. But the thing is, it wasn't like that. So this is probably the emptiest platform that's here for right now, because the train for the Parade of Trains is right here, but it's only 3 cars, which amazes me. This stuff, which most likely he's gonna head out and then head back in or something. Not unless he performs a brake test. So while the doors never opened with rail fans on this train, I finally realized that not on this train, but the next train that came, that turns out I had to go to Brighton Beach if I was to board any of the trains involved in the parade. By the way, all the trains that I was able to take from the parade will be available in an ATV special that will come up next after this premiere. And then finally, I got on one of the trains. They have fans on here. They got fans on here. There was no air conditioning. And I'm in the lead car. This is the downside of Rail Fanners Unite. Oh, sorry. You probably guessed that I'm taking the American Car R1 and 9, and let me tell you, this is definitely not like the modern day rolling stock, which I love the modern day rolling stock like the R160, the R179, and the soon to be available R211, which at the time wasn't in revenue service yet. But it was really cool being able to bypass the stops along the way. I can't even touch the front engineer's cab. It is packed on this train. After taking the R1 and 9 on a round trip, I was able to take the Q train up to Avenue U to rail fan with some more equipment. But then I came across a little issue. So I have a problem. I checked my battery and it's at 22%, and I do normally have a battery pack, but it got smushed with my banana, specifically with the USB port. So I don't want to plug it in yet just to be safe, and unless I get some juice in some way, shape, or form, I may have to end this trip early. Don't worry, I didn't have to. Okay, so I was able to plug back in, and I was able to clean out much of it as possible because I got to the station attendant, which it was so funny. I just asked for a paper towel, and I could tell she's a mom only because of the fact that she had 2 paper towels some disinfectant and a cotton swab ready for me. And I'm like, oh my god, it's like, it's almost like how my mom almost prepares stuff and everything to make sure I'm okay. I'm a big boy, I get dressed and everything for work and stuff, but you know, it sounds so familiar. So credit to whoever was at the station on September 17th at Avenue U. Thank you so much. My battery pack worked, and now I could continue my vlog so that I could still enjoy the parade of trains, because I missed a few equipment passing by. I just hope I don't miss the R32. But if I miss it, I miss it. Hey, hate to spoil and pause it again, but basically I didn't miss the R32. Yeah, I only came back to Brighton Beach just for the R32. Once I take the R32 one last time, because I don't think the January send-off was content in my palate until I saw it on the service platform today. And when I saw it bypass Avenue U, I had to come back here and stuff. So I'm here at Brighton Beach. I'm waiting for the R32. And the reason why I don't think it got a proper send-off is because I wasn't in the lead car. And now I will be. And I stayed true to my word, where I was with a bunch of rail fanners in the lead car heading back to Brighton Beach from Kings Highway. It was so awesome being at the front of the train to see the front and to also chat with fellow rail fanners. And if you want to hear the full conversation of what we were talking about along the way, be sure to become a Patreon member. But don't worry, part 1 of the train heading to Kings Highway will be uploaded to YouTube in the coming weeks. So after I finished with taking the R32, I took the Q train back to Prospect Park, the shuttle train back over one stop at Botanical Garden, and then the 4 train back to Bowling Green, and then the ferry, specifically the Michael H. Hollis class, back to Staten Island. And then I finally got on my first blue Castleton Nova, but surprisingly on the S90 Limited on a Saturday. Again, the full trips are available on Patreon, along with a few other content that I don't have space for on YouTube. And then the trip came to an end. See y'all later.